Okay, we're going to try Hand Me Down, My Walking Cane once again. This is part two, the song itself. Before we were discussing the relationship between G and open C tuning. Now we'll get right into the song itself. We're going to start off with the Cripple Creek slide, that 2-4 slide. I'll do a little introduction by doing a 0 to 2 hammer-on my third string. And then we have the Cripple Creek slide. I tend to do this with a brush and then a skip. And then if you drop them from the open first string, it's still the same melody note. Throwing in the open second string before you come into the second fret of that string. Then you get this. Now I could have embellished that first phrase with a lot of drop thumbing instead of that brush and then worrying the strings. I was actually taking my finger, accenting that note by quickly pulling it back and forth, creating an artificial vibrato, which tends to lift it out of the mix of a whole brush. I was exaggerating it there. Then I came back and did a little fill-in lick, just a 0 to 2 hammer-on the third string. Went immediately into the third fret of the first string. Came into the short G chord that we were talking about, pretty much identical to a D chord in G tuning, but the G chord in open C. I'm just going to use my index and middle fingers, stay away from the fourth string. Use my ring finger for a little hammer on to the fourth fret of the third string. Lift the index finger off, hammer on, do another 2 to 4 slide. A really nice little flourish you could do as you move into the 4 chord, which in this case is going to be an F chord, would be a little triplet on the third string. This leads into this nice F chord. And if I do it as a roll, followed by a drop thumbing pattern, I can then leave my index and middle fingers on the strings. It would be what would be comparable to a D7 chord in G tuning. Once again, taken over to the first and second strings. I can hit a brush and slide up with those 2 fingers, creating what is essentially a harmony to the Cripple Creek slide. And what you end up with is this. I'll try to play it very slowly. A little faster. I found another little embellishment there I really liked. At the end of that ending lick, instead of just going up to the open second string, I did a 2 to 5 slide. If I was playing a backup, where before using a bump ditty pattern, I might alternate between the third and fourth strings in G tuning. In C tuning, I might focus on the second and third strings. Once again, moving everything one string from the bass side toward the treble side. So my basic strum would now sound like this, which gives me the option occasionally throwing in that nice low C to create a lot of rich textures. Well, hand me down my walking cane. Oh, hand me down, here's a full G, my walking cane. Hand me down my walking cane, and I'm gonna leave on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. Well, I got high, and I got in jail. Well, I got high, and I got in jail. I got high and I got in jail. Got nobody for to go my bail. My sins, they have overtaken me. Oh, hand me down that bottle of corn. Oh, hand me down that bottle of corn. Hand me down that bottle of corn. I'm gonna get drunk, sure as born. My sins, they have overtaken me. And that is an impromptu version of Hand Me Down My Walking Cane, broken down, and hopefully that'll be captured and have the audio with it.